Is it time to go back to a W-2? Is gig work as worth it for you as it was 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago? Is the W-2 option going to be the next move for some of us? Now, there's no right or wrong answer. It's all personal. What's going to work for you? What do you want to do to reach your goals? Is gig work still sustainable for you? Or is the W-2 in a lot of people's horizons? We're going to be talking about that, as well as, are people ready to go back to a W-2? After working gig work and having that freedom, flexibility, whatever, right? Not having a boss, not having to have a uniform, not having to wait for a paycheck because maybe you can get your money every single moment, every single day. Are some people going to be able to do that? Could I do that? I don't know. I'm gonna give some shout outs in a minute of some people I got inspiration from for today's live, because I thought about this topic. I've been thinking about it a little bit, but I'll tell you why. But then I've been seeing some things even today and yesterday. I was like, you know what? So I wasn't sure I was going to go live today. I said, this is a good topic. I think it's timely, considering the things that I've been thinking and going through, some of the things that you guys have been thinking and going through. And this isn't like ditch gig work and it's over and you can't make money and you got to get a W-2. No. This is a conversation. I appreciate you guys for being here. Hit that thumbs up right now so we can have as much impact on YouTube for this topic as possible this evening. Okay, so let's get into a lot of you guys that watch it, especially if you're here just in the first couple of minutes, you've probably been watching other lives that I've done. My hair is looking a little, hold up here. You've probably seen other lives. It's not your first time, but I know some people, this might be your first live. Mr.BetonYou is what I do. It's behind me on the wall. BetonYou, that goes one day at a time. I came into gig work full-time because I did it part-time when I had a W-2 at the casino. Pandemic happened, got furloughed. Now, before the pandemic, before the furlough that happened, I think it was like in March, I was doing it part-time. I'd get off my shift. I'd work I did Uber rideshare. I'd work an hour or two at night, picking people up from bars and this and that. Or I'd work on my day off for a couple of hours to pay for something that we had to pay for. And I said, I was an Uber passenger. I was like, I could do rideshare. I like people. I got a car. Let's try it out. I was like, ooh, this is not bad. The money's kind of decent. You start to learn some things. You're meeting people. And then I got furloughed from the casino. Not laid off. A furlough is different. You could look it up if you don't know what it means. And I knew at some point I was probably going to get called back, but I wasn't 100%. But I was kind of confident that based on the conversations I was having and what I was hearing, I was probably going to get called back based on the position I had and my value and how I could do a lot of different things in the food and beverage department at the casino I worked at. Went back. While I was furloughed for that period of time, I was doing DoorDash and Spark. DoorDash and maybe Postmates and Uber Eats and some rideshare. So I get back to work after coming off the furlough, and I'm not doing that stuff as much because I'm busy at work. So long story short, the BetonYou thing was, man, do I really want to have this W-2? Do I want to work this position for the rest of my life? No. What can I do for a year to make money, similar money, and maybe do something on my own? That's how I came into the gig economy full time. Left the casino. Let me do this. Then I started doing YouTube. A couple of months into after I left in January. I think my YouTube channel started in March, and here we are today. So Mr.BetonYou bet on himself, and I still bet on myself every day. But I have to do a better job of actually doing some other things and really laying all the cards on the table and pushing all the chips in. So some have asked me, are you going to go back to a W-2? You need to have a W-2. And I've thought about that. What would that look like? What are the pros? What are the cons? I won't get into all that. I'm asking you guys, what are the pros and cons if you had to go back to a W-2 versus not doing gig work full time? Now, I do want to have a quick disclaimer. I believe, this is what I feel, I think a lot of the numbers will back it up, and a lot of the experiences will back it up. This work is intended to be part-time for most of us. Don't get offended if you're a full-timer and you've been doing it since 1979, or you've been in the gig economy for 6 years before the pandemic, for 8 years, and you're good. You are the minority, and I salute you because you're a hustler and you've been able to figure it out. There's nothing wrong with that. But the audience that we have with this size and the impact that we can make, I would never suggest, hey, quit your job and go do gig work and DoorDash and Instacart. I would never suggest not one human being on the face of this earth to do that. Now, people might do that and they like it and they can become successful and they love it and it allows them to do other things and other passions, more time with family, all positives, all good things. But at what point now, when we see drivers are struggling, saturation issues, low pay, more work, less pay, same pay, opportunities not as much, some companies even going away altogether, they're making it harder on us year over year to make the same dollar. And inflation and everything, the cost of the things we need to buy, whether it's rent, an automobile, gas, water, everything, eggs, milk, and bread, go up. Our pay is the same for the majority of us or down. For a select few, you're going to make more every single year, and that's okay, but that's not normal. So at what point do we take the pride and say, I need to get that W-2. I need some kind of benefits. I need insurance. I need this. I need that. Now, a lot of you guys already had your W-2. Maybe you're retired. You're doing this for some side money. You're traveling. There's a lot of different ways and different types of people that come into this line of work to do this type of work. Nothing wrong with it. Tonight's not about changing your mind. It's not about saying you should do this. It's a conversation. Are you ready to go back to a W-2? Let me give a few shout outs real quick. So, T, he was in here earlier. Some of you guys might know him. Some of you might not. He's actually been on the channel. Did a video where he's going to be giving the gig apps, less time because he's positioned himself, because he's bet on himself. This young man is married, owns 2 homes. He's not even 30, I don't think. It's amazing. He's put himself in a financial situation that most of you are not in right now, I would say. It's great. He has a support system, 2-income household, renting out one of his properties. And he said, you know what? He's going to try something else. He's going to try a W-2 and then do some gig work. 26, there you go. Do some gig work if and when he wants. But he's not going to rely on it as much as he has. But he has built and bet on himself to put himself in a position to do that. This probably wasn't an easy decision. Maybe it was. Are you ready to go back to a W-2 to have a better opportunity? A lot of us, I believe, in this gig economy are still thinking it's 2021 and are working the apps in the same similar way and aren't looking at the reality of their market or the situation of the gig economy and just complaining and complaining and complaining. Listen, I complain a lot. I call it how I see it. But I'm not a normal gig worker. And I'm not going to tell you why. I don't need to outline those reasons. I'm not. And I've realized if I didn't have certain things and didn't build certain things up, man, it would be a struggle to have to I'm the 100% breadwinner of the household. If I had to rely on just the gig apps, we'd make it, but we wouldn't be comfortable. It'd be a struggle. It'd be paycheck to paycheck. It just would. For the lifestyle that we have, and it's not luxurious by any means, but the things that we like to do, the things that we like to have for the future, it would be a struggle. So at what point would I think, man, if I didn't have other things, would I go back to a W-2? I might have to. And there's nothing wrong with that. I talked to Roy. Roy brought up this idea with me. Real talk with Roy. Maybe 3 weeks ago. He texted me about an idea, said, hey, what about a show about are gig workers ready to go back to a W-2? Would they be able to? Would they be able to shift their mind? Because there's a mind shift, an attitude shift, a physical everyday shift of working a W-2, having an employer, having a uniform maybe, a time clock, you know what I'm saying, a clock in and out. More rules in some ways. The apps have rules, but when you have a W-2, rules. Employees, We got no employees. I mean, we work hand in hand with the merchant. You might see a local dasher at a Papa John's. Hey, you chuck it up with them for a minute, but that's not employee. That's not having an employee by you that you could rely on or not rely on. How many of you will be able to go back and swallow that pill? That might be tough for some of y'all. Put the pride in the back seat, like we say, and go back to a W-2 if you needed to. Are you ready for that? Would you be able to fill out that application? Would you be able to do that interview? Hey, what you been doing the last 5 years? Oh, I've been working DoorDash. What you been doing the last 10 years? I've been working in Uber, this and that, da, da, da. How do you think that would go? That interview would go? Do you have a skill? In this country right now, blue collar men and women are actually doing pretty well, because a lot of the blue collar jobs people don't want. The work ethic in America is not bad overall. Like people still want to work in this country, but some of these jobs, the labor jobs, the hard jobs outside, being a pipe fitter, being an engineer, being a landscaper, don't want to do it. I know a guy that knocks on doors in not the richest neighborhoods, but just nice communities, suburbs, and cleans gutters for a living. When was the last time you had your gutters cleaned? Oh yeah, we got hops on a ladder, pulls the leaves and the debris out, pulls the dead squirrel out. Ma'am, I clean your gutters right now for $300. It'll take me 3 hours. I'll bag it all up, leaf blow it out, $300. Boom. If there's any issues up there, I'll take pictures of my work. I'll take pictures. Boom, boom. $300 in 3 hours. People don't want to do that kind of work anymore. People would rather make a video. They'd rather do this. They'd rather do DoorDash. They'd rather do this. They'd rather not work at all. The opportunities are out there for people. So I say this, if you're a gig economy worker and you're making less money, you don't like it, you're becoming frustrated, there are opportunities for you. Don't let anybody tell you different, but are you ready for that? Now, cleaning gutters is like, that's not everybody's built for that, and everybody wants to do that. That's a side hustle. That's a business. It takes a certain kind of dude or woman to knock on strangers' doors and ask for, he can knock on 100 doors. All he needs is 2 people a day to say yes, and that's $500 or $600. Not bad. You, 99.9% of you are not making $600 a day. Fair statement? So when are we going to get to the point of saying, how long will I continue to do this kind of work at the risk of and at the sacrifice of my future? That's the topic for tonight. Let me say hi to the chat. I've gone off for 12 minutes. Sometimes I go longer than that. Sometimes I go less, but appreciate you guys for being here. Hit the thumbs up. Who do we have in here? Nomadic, Ryan, 100K, Big Carl, Darren, Dubs, Andre, Darren, Trippy, Caitlin, Catalin, Mel, Cheeky Chops, Lakers 17-time champs, Andres, Laura, what's up? Texas Tough, Joe the Machine Bike Delivery, appreciate you being a member, all the members out there. Cliff Dog, what's up, bro? Marty, Julius Jones, Welty, Ryan, Alter, I'm writing more music as we speak, love it. Andrew, my man Ryan, Darren, Nomadic, Christian, I'm not reading the comments, I'm giving a shout out to the names. I'll read comments. So, Dash Across America, what up, Chuck? Advice for you. Madvid, Sharon, who else we got in here? My man Big Carl, well, I'm only 26. It's amazing, man. Amazing. Texas Tough. All right, advice for you. All right, I think I got pretty much everybody there. So let me ask a quick question in the chat. I want to ask you guys just to take a pulse of the community, the people that are here right now. How many of you are doing this right now and you are happy with the earnings you're making? Like you're able to pay the bills, you're securing your future, you are content with the money you're making. Say yes if you are, no if you are not. And be honest. Let's take a poll right now. Actually, I think I can put it. Can I put it in the? Oh, I can't. I don't have that set up right now. But let's just do it, and I'll read some. Zone, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Clouds, yes. Jonathan, yes. Darren says yes. Caitlin, yes. So a lot of you guys are doing well. That's good. I like to hear that. St. Pete, Florida. What up, John? How you doing, man? Yes. Santiago 316. Yes. Sharon, yes. Well, not that I have a W-2. Well, now that I have a W-2, yes. Okay. Yes, I'm going back to Domino's. Okay, what's the question? No. The question is, are you good right now with gig work? Is gig work providing you what you need? I'm satisfied with money in Toledo. Okay. Big Cross says, I'm making more money than average paying W-2. I'm making more than an average paying W-2 for a forklift driver in the surrounding area. Got it. Earnings held to the, I don't know what that is. Yep. Big Mike 0023. No. Okay. I need to rob a bank. Don't rob a bank. I average 25 an hour on DoorDash part-time. I love it. Awesome. So this is the thing. That's part-time. I think that's how we should be doing it, right? Had a phenomenal week, Sassy. Sassy's the one in a part of that 1% crew I talk about, hustling out there, making it happen. Positive vibes. Appreciate that, Lizard. Brother, I use the apps to help because let me see if reads one here. Brother, I use the apps to help me become something. I went to HVAC. Now I'm getting paid $28 an hour with is not much, but from here it's only getting better. Nice. Yeah. If you get those skilled trade jobs, or I was talking to a guy Saturday, and he's going to be a pipe fitter. He's got to get some journeyman hours in or something. Anyways, he's starting out at I think 30 something, and eventually he'll probably wind up making $50-$60 by the time it's all said and done. Friend of ours that's on this show, Mad Dash. He is a union electrician. He used DoorDash while he was in school and everything, and he's making it work. What's going on with my hair right there? It looks crazy. Anyways, all right. DoorDash is a side hustle. I agree. Yeah. I want to be honest with you guys though. Let me. Yeah, I know the plan. Listen. I've heard a lot of things about it. I think when I think about myself and my place in the gig economy for myself and my family, I'll give the pros because I asked you guys earlier. The pros of doing this kind of work. The first pro is that it's kind of easy to get on and it's very flexible to get on and make money and just turn an app on or apps on and make money, right? But that's also a con. Sometimes I think as people, like if you're doing too much easy things, it's like, are you really flexing your brain muscles and the capacity to actually like grow and like learn, right? So the pro can also be a con. Another pro, if you're in a good market and you're single or you're not single, but you have a support system and you're able to hustle and really work some hours, oh man, you can make good money. If you got a vehicle, decent gas mileage, and I'm going to work 10 hour, 12 hour days, 6 days a week or 7 days a week. Oh yeah, you can make $2K a week pretty easy, I think, actually. If you hustle in a good market. $2K a week now, it's good money. It's good money. It's not taxed immediately, and there's ways you can make sure your taxes are done right. Not bad. Good living for doing this kind of work. That's a pro. Cons, you're not paying in, you got no, unless you're putting money to the side, you're not paying into any kind of benefit or insurance or protection. Now, there are things and groups and people out there that can help with that, gig workers, that can help you have insurance or have the right coverage, and you can buy life insurance and 401k separate or however you want to invest your money. You can do that. But when you have a W-2, that can be done for you, and it's really easy, and it takes away the guesswork, and it just like, it's more seamless, right? It's more seamless. I think at some point, there is a cap on how long you'll do this before you realize, so you're going to make the same every year. So are you okay with making the same amount of money? And yeah, if you're making $3,000 more this year than last year, not a huge difference, but that could be helpful. But if you got a W-2, a trade, or whatever, you're probably going to have hopefully some kind of bonus structure, some kind of profit sharing, some kind of raise, some kind of something where you can work towards a bigger number. The gig economy's done a lot for me. It's going to continue to do a lot for me. But when is the point that you might have to go back to a W-2? I've heard some people say that they think I'm going back to a W-2 within the next couple of years or 6 months, or Pedro's going to be back in a W-2 in 2 weeks. He's not liking Spark. He doesn't have DoorDash. He doesn't like this. He doesn't like that. When I sit here and say things like, I ain't going back to a W-2 or I'm not doing DoorDash again, I mean that. But I'm not that stupid. My ego's not that big, and my pride ain't that big to where I wouldn't take care of my family. I'm not going upstairs knocking on the door and saying, Madison, I need you to work right now. and I can't make it. No. That's not her problem. That's my problem. That's how I run things over here. I will always come out and figure out a way to make sure that our family dynamic is secure. How we want to raise our child is being done, and the bills are paid, and the financial future will be okay. That's my role. But does that mean I wouldn't go back to a W-2 if I had to, if things happen? Sure. I'm not against it. And I want to talk to you guys tonight about that, because I think we have to just be open to the possibility of trying different things and realizing sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. The grass is not greener on the other side just from app to app usually, but a different career path, a different decision, a different way of waking up and looking at the opportunities in your marketplace, in your city, in what the companies can offer you. Something wrong with that. It actually can be quite exciting. That's why I've been handling the whole DoorDash deactivation. That's why I wasn't like, I've made a lot of videos about it. I've talked about it. I might tongue in cheek some shorts and DoorDash read between the middle lines. Like, I really don't care. I can get deactivated on any app, and I'll make a video about it. I might not like it, but like, I am not, the apps don't make me. I make the apps. I make them work for me. Dead gig apps. Yeah, man. Listen, I think there's something to that. I think so much has shifted, Belty, in the last year. Some would say just the last 6 months. So many things have changed that we didn't have a year before, or 2 or 3 years ago, right? And it's really changed the dynamic, the scope, how the apps treat us, because they know they got more of a pool of people. We're way more disposable now than ever before, right? Than ever before. We just are. All right, let me read a few comments where so I'm not just talking. 42 is a good age to go back. Pedro, what app are you finding the most success with post DoorDash? Great question. Let me put that up on the screen here. Hold on one second. Oh, okay, Jonathan. Good question. I like to deliver that. There's not enough opportunity. There's just not enough opportunity. The most money I've made has been with Instacart. But I've had Instacart, so. But I would say Instacart. I like to deliver that though. I do like to deliver that. Matt Dasher, what's up, bro? Appreciate the 10, man. Let me read what you got going on here. I personally think having a W-2 as a main job and using the gig app as a side hustle is the best way to do this type of work. I 100% agree with you. I couldn't agree more with you. I don't get stressed with gig work because I know that my main day job pays the bills. Listen, I'm going to leave this up for a minute. Thank you for the 10. Not necessary, but definitely appreciated the support. Hit the thumbs up on that, y'all, from Matt Dasher. If you got a W-2 that could help put away money to the side, whatever, pay the bills, and then you use your side hustle, the way that I kind of did when I started this, as a way to pay down debt, pay for a trip you got coming up, put all that money to the side, help your kids with school, just make the ends meet, make them feel more comfortable. Maybe your W-2 is allowing you to live paycheck to paycheck, which most Americans now live paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans don't have an extra $1,000 in the bank. I think it's like 80%, something like that. Some crazy number like that. Andre, appreciate the 5. You have what it takes to become everything. You are very smart, and your charisma is unmatched. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Let me put that up for a second. I believe the Matt Dashers, everybody's situation's different. But I think having that allows you to have more of that financial freedom to make better decisions, because you've got income coming in from a couple different places, and you can use your sweat equity, as I call it, and you can exchange your time for more money and make your own bonus. So if your W-2 is not cutting it, the W-2 is not offering you bonuses, it's whatever. It's just like, I know every week I'm getting paid this amount of money. And it's like, whoop, it's good. But how do I get an extra $1,000 a month, which is a realistic amount of money to make in the gig economy? $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Give yourself your own raise, your own bonus. Now you're going to have to put some time and effort, use your car, use some fuel. $250 a week part-time is not unrealistic. I want you to think about that. Now, I believe everybody should have a little bit of R&R every once in a while. But that doesn't mean for that month, hey, okay, I take my 2 days off and I just work those 2 days. Make $125 a day for 1 month, $1,000 on my days off. And then the next month, it's like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just give myself that Sunday off, but I'm gonna go a little harder on that Saturday or that Tuesday, whatever the other day off is, and I'm gonna make my money. And then whoop, all that's being saved or it's put away for debt, paying down the credit card, money for a down payment on a home. Most homes, first time buyer, hey, you might only need 3.5%. So using the gig economy and making it work for you instead of being full-time, instead of stressing a lot and saying, man, okay, the gig economy has me by the balls right now. No. Take the power back. You should have them by the balls back. Ladies, don't be offended. That's when you really can begin to make it work for you. Are you ready to go back to a W-2 if you had to? And if you did, what would it be? Would you go back? Would I go back to operating restaurants? That'd be the easy thing. I can get a job this week if I needed to in the restaurant business. Would I love going back to that? I would not. I need to be honest. I would not love going back to that. Would I have a sense of pride? Maybe I'm going to provide, I'm going to make, yeah, sure. But no. It'd probably be something different. There's other opportunities. It could be real estate. I could sell things. There's, I think a lot of times we get comfortable in the gig economy, the easiness of the apps, not having a boss. I can do this in my chancletas and my pajama pants, and I don't have to worry about how I look. A lot of people that do DoorDash, especially, they don't want like a boss. They don't want whatever. They're just smoking in their car. They're doing this, doing things that they can't do with their W-2, and they like that. And maybe that's okay. Maybe they had a W-2 for 20 years and they hated their boss. And they just want an easy life right now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't gonna hate on that. But don't feel like it's bad or that it's you taking a loss or to go back to a W-2. A W-2 has a lot of pros, more protections, more stability. In these times that a lot of us are saying, the saturation and the this, the that, the low pay. At what point will we, try something different? I was talking to Madison maybe Friday. We were talking about, she was asking me, well, how's YouTube going? How's, are you liking, is we good? What's up with DoorDash? Because I've been telling her, I come home, some days I have a good day, some days I'm like, I hate doing this shit. I told her, I don't like doing this sometimes. I told her, maybe I should go harder on the YouTube content. I make 1 video a day. We go live. We got the Wednesdays, impromptu lives, the Sundays, which we love. I can go even harder. I can go live every day for an hour. I can still make my daily content. I could do reaction videos. I can make 3 videos a day. I'd make more on YouTube. I just would. The channel will grow a little bit more. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I don't have to just do the apps. You do not have to just do the apps. Welty is going to become a dealer. He's going to dealer school. I know about that. I worked in casinos. I wasn't on the floor in that capacity, but I understand the path that he's going. And he's seeing it as an opportunity. He's seeing it as, hopefully he's still listening. He's seeing it. I think I'm going to like this. I already like playing cards. It can open up avenues for other things outside of that, dealing on other kind of games. That is him betting on himself, trying something different. He's never had that kind of job. He's going to do the training. It's not paid. But he's opening, he sees a door where there's that's there, and he's going to open it and go through it and say, let's go. I set myself up. I don't need to do DoorDash every single day and lift and da-da-da. What up, Kyle? I see you. Chase. What up, Dexter? No crack dealership, guys. No drugs. Just say no. Dare. I was a dare kid. So I just wanted to have that conversation on tonight's live and give you guys that perspective, what I'm seeing, how are y'all feeling? What is, I think some of us, and even myself at times, we look at W-2 like it's a bad thing. Most of us had W-2 before let me ask y'all another question. Have you had a W-2 before you did this kind of work? Yeah, probably, right? This hair thing is bothering me. So we can't, we need W-2 in this country, man. We can't all be gig workers. Lincoln talking about them all. The youth, yeah, dare. You get taxes way more with a W-2. Well, it depends. Taxes is always a personal thing, right? But obviously, they're going to take more right away for sure. But depending on your situation, you might get that stuff back and even more. Who knows? But that's a good point. But you're also paying into something down the line that most gig workers. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't know what the percentage is. I don't have stats in front of me. Most people that do the gig work that are doing it full time, they are not stashing away. They're working day to day. That's why they're doing it. They're not thinking about a year down the line, much less 5 to 15 or 20. They're thinking about just providing for that day. And it's nothing wrong with that. I've been there. Trust me. At some point, you have to be sick and tired of being average. Ooh, what do you mean by that? Paige, we got to get you on right. Wealthy, bro, I'm way far off from that. But, I also have, when I look at the YouTube channel and what I've shared and like just how I can be impactful actually to just people, I think I've probably shared maybe 10% with you guys of what my impact could be. And I've helped other people, men specifically, outside of YouTube, personally in my life, way before I was even doing gig work and had a channel and stuff like that. The things that I've been through and things that I've witnessed and things that I've done to myself or others and my growth and what I've learned is like, that's what would get me on a show like that. Definitely wouldn't be DoorDash, but you're not wrong. But yeah, at some point you have to be sick and tired of being average. Yeah. Well, let me read this from Ryan. I like to read a comment. Let me read some comments for a little bit. My first gig was delivering newspapers. Ooh, I wonder where intelligence would be if people still read newspapers. Man, bro, I remember my dad. We had a van. My two sisters would help my dad throw newspapers. It was called the Suburban Journal. Big Carl knows what that is. And we throw them in people's yards. They were like a free newspaper, I believe. And yeah, I remember those days, man. What up, Thunder? How you doing, man? Start your own business. A lot of people ain't built for that, but I think I think if you do enough research and you look at the opportunities and the money and the grants and things that are provided for small business owners, and it's not for everybody, but man, listen, you did it, right? What up, Mad Dog? How you doing? Working on a ton of hours to make up for bad pay ain't it. I hear you. What up, Jody? How you doing? Jody says, me and my husband did pizza delivery for a full year and saved $10,000. There you go. So that was my $12,000, right scenario. We lived at our parents' home and people looked down on us left and right. Yeah, but you had a plan. So the people that like look down at us for doing this kind of work, if you're working towards something and you have a plan and you adapt when you need to and adjust and you work in that plan, it's a reachable, achievable, attainable goal and plan. Fuck what anybody's got to say about it, right? You can look down all you want and wait 5 years to see where I'm at, right? Oh, Matt Dog says I'm going back to a W-2 soon. Are you going to go back to a field that you've worked in before? You're going to try something different? I have 3. Triple O. Is Trader in here? What up, Trader? I always tell people to do what makes you happy. Okay. I don't dislike that. But what if what makes you happy doesn't pay the bills? What's the cost of happiness? We should not live to work. We shouldn't be, I don't believe our identities and most of your time should be just working. Unfortunately, it is for the majority of us. I don't believe that that's how it should be. I believe that sweet spot is obviously working on something. Hopefully you love it, or you're skilled, or you're respected, or you enjoy it, or you don't hate it. And then you can obviously build from there. But yeah, that's a tough one. Because sometimes the things that make you happy don't give you money. I think very few people can say that, I think. Madison and Dora are a couple of real Americans. I'm not even sure how to take that comment, but it's kind of funny. What up, Darren? How you doing, man? Paris, what's up? I see things in people I never would have. Yeah, okay. Let me read this one up here real quick. Okay, hold on. Harney Katie, delivery driver. A better question is, what would the W-2 have to pay per hour to justify working W-2? We've talked about that a few times. What up, driving with Chris? How you doing, man? You know, I think we had, it was probably a few different times, maybe like even a year and a half ago, we had some people up on a panel here, and I think I posed the question, how much would you have to be paid in salary to go work, manage a McDonald's? So let's start with that. To manage the McDonald's, you're the GM of the McDonald's. How much would they have to pay you in salary to do that job? And the GM of McDonald's, guys, is making more than most of us, actually. If you're a GM of McDonald's and you run a good operation and you got bonus and things, that person's making more than a full-time DoorDash driver. I promise you. Not all, but the majority. Just trust me on that. Okay, Chiki says 50. 22 an hour. Okay. You're saying 80 bucks an hour or 80K? 22 an hour. Okay. Who else? How much? I'll tell you mine in a second. How much would that salary have to be to manage the McDonald's and stop doing gig work? Because not everybody can manage McDonald's. There's a lot that goes into that. It's not hard necessarily, but you have to have there's business acumen. You have to be a good leader. The work ethic to manage a restaurant, even fast food, is not for the slight. $45, $85K per year. Okay. 50 an hour for me. Okay. 60K right here. Okay. Just so managers make bank, they can. Yes. Yes. With the incentives and things, some of the pandas pay really well if you hit your bonus marks. That's true. Jennifer says 75K. Okay. I'll give you guys my number right now. It's really big. It's really big to work at McDonald's because I know in some ways in my mind, I'm past that type of work and what it takes because I've done it for such a long time. I never worked fast food, but I worked restaurants. I've done every job in a restaurant that there is. I've done every job. I was never in every role. I was never like a bus boy, but I bus tables. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like I've done everything. Okay. To manage a local McDonald's in St. Louis, this is gonna knock some of y'all off your socks. I need $200,000 a year. And I know some of y'all are like, what the fuck is this guy on? That's my price. It just is. It has to be significantly more money than I'm bringing in right now. And I wouldn't be happy even with $200K. I wouldn't. That $200K a year does not drastically change my lifestyle. But I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do this for 2 years. And then all the extra money, we stash in it and then we moving. Like we'll go, we'll get another home somewhere else. But yeah, that's how much I would not want to do that. Target pays the GM. Yeah. That's just me. 50K signing bonus up front. That's funny. I mean, yeah. Now that number might be less if it's somewhere else, a different type of job. But if it was like an office job or something, I get bored at those kind of jobs. So like I wouldn't want to do any kind of office job, pushing papers. What up, Kyle? I'm going to read this one here. I eventually want to do seasonal work. You basically do seasonal jobs at different tourist resorts and exotic places all around the country. Very true. They pay room and board. And yes, bro, Kyle. When I went to Mexico with my ex years ago, this is maybe 8-9 years ago. We used to go every year. We go to these all-inclusive resorts. And at that point, I was working at Applebee's at that point. What up, Kev? Good to see you again, bro. Thanks for the $2, man. Thank you. I thought and toyed around with the idea. Like, man, could I work on one of these resorts seasonally? And can I work on a cruise ship? I could do that. I could do that work. Manage the F&B departments. That would be a fun experience. You do it for 10 years or something. You travel the world. a lot of hard work. You're doing 14, 15-hour days at minimum sometimes. Sometimes you're sleeping 4 or 5 hours, and that's it. Sometimes you're not sleeping at all, depending on your role on that and what's happening and how staffed you are. But Kyle brings up an interesting point. I thought about that. Bro, Welty, that would be, Welty, every time I've gone on a cruise ship, and even in Mexico on some of the trips, there's a casino. I've always won. I have never lost. I'm like 5 for 5. When I go to a casino on a cruise ship or on an exclusive resort, I always at least double my money. So if I go with like 200, I'm leaving with 4. I've never lost in a casino on vacation. It's crazy. Even when I went to Cleveland, Welty, I went to the casino in Cleveland because there was one walking distance from the hotel. I won there, and I played blackjack. That's what I do. I sit at third base. You know what I'm talking about. And I won like $300-400 in, and I only played for like an hour and a half. So like that's all. Sometimes we'll do roulette, but I play blackjack. I sit at third base. I don't sit in any other seat. I'll wait for somebody to get up. That's my spot. I don't want nobody hitting when they ain't supposed to hit. And I want people staying when they're supposed to stay. But that'd be a fun job. Those guys have fun, man. They have a blast, bro. All right, let me get back. Gig Wise, what up, bro? What up? Pedro is the money master. Definitely not. Don't tell Joachim Noah you went to Cleveland for vacation. Yeah, I know, right? What up, Parasite doing? Canada Club, what up, Chase? Yeah, so I just want to talk about this. I saw some things that kind of inspired this. I mentioned Welty, I mentioned Roy earlier. I've seen other people talk about it. I see a lot of you guys in the comments. I'm going back to a W-2. I'm doing this. I'm trying this. I'm working less gig work. And I'm not saying gig work is bad. I just want us to take stock in the reality of your situation. I don't know what yours is. I'm just sparking the convo and realizing that I think the balance for a better financial present and future is having a mix of incomes. And I think I'm not saying anything that's super surprising, guys, okay? But I've been doing that for almost 4 years now, right? And for the last like 2, I've had several incomes. That's the way, that's the recipe. So how do we do that instead of just apps? You know, at some point that shit could crumble, man, or it could be taken from you. And what kind of position are you in to still take care of what you got to take care of? And if you can't, are you going back to a W-2? Is that an option for you? Yes or no? Why or why not? And I'm here to tell you, don't feel like that's an L. Don't think that that's a loss because you got to put a uniform now and wear a name badge. Are you providing? Are you happy? Do you like doing what you're doing right now? I'll be honest. I've said it in the video, I believe this week, maybe last. And I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to say it with my chest. Hold on, let me put, I'm going to say it with my chest. This might be funny for some of y'all, because maybe you might have missed that video. I hate delivering food. It is easy. I don't like doing it sometimes. I hate doing it sometimes. There are times I hate doing it. I'm like, sitting in my car like, what the fuck am I doing? This is fucking stupid. I literally have a $6 order. It doesn't matter what the valuation. I got a McDonald's bag I'm looking at, and I'm delivering to somebody that really don't fucking respect me. Like, what? This is where I'm at right now? I have those moments. And if I have them, you guys have them sometimes too. Not all of y'all. But I cannot be the only one that's like, fuck this shit. Come on, let's be honest here. That's what we do here. We're honest with each other, right? We're not here to blow smoke. I don't give you guys pacifiers. Y'all know that. I don't believe in that. Everybody gets a ribbon. Life is good. You know, just work hard, little Timmy. Here you go. A 10th place ribbon there. Oh, you had a bad week with Spark. Oh, here's a pacifier. It'll be better. We do not do that here. Sometimes you got to call it what it is. This kind of work, sometimes I don't like doing it at all. There's no future in DoorDash. There is no future in DoorDash. None. There's no future in any app. You're not going to become the CEO of these apps. You're not going to get a pay raise. You have to do all that on your own, which is part of the hustle and part of the grind, and it's fantastic. But you're not retiring on your DoorDash gig economy salary. You are not. Let's call it what it is. And for the 1%ers of you that are going to be able to do that, I ain't talking to y'all. I'm talking to the 99%. My responsibility is to keep it a buck. With a W-2 or something, you might be able to do that. And you mix in that gig economy. You mix in those deliveries on your days off. You mix in I believe the happiest gig workers are the ones that do this part-time, working towards something, and know when it's time to maybe walk away, pull the plug. You're not throwing away the appliance. You pull that plug out. You're not throwing it away. You're going to put it in the cupboard and just get it out when you need it. But you got that motherfucker plugged in all the time, that's just going to burn up. You're going to burn out. What up, Cliff? Stoffel, how you doing, man? What up, Marilyn? What's up? What's up? What's up? Robert, what up? What up? What up? Edgar, what's up? Costa Mesa, Cali? What's up, man? So I just, delivering stuff is still better than wiping at for 18 hours. Hold on. Wiping ass for 18 hours for me was nursing. Oh, man. Nurses do not get paid enough. And they get paid well, but it's not enough. They got to deal with a lot. Respect. I'm not sure why we're testing the app like that, or I don't know who it is, but please don't spam the chat. So listen, that's what I had in my mind today. What's up, Juan? How you doing? I don't know who this person is, but let's get them. There we go. Thank you. We all have those crossroads. Fork comes in the road. What are you going to do with it? All right, so let's kick that person out if we can. I got it. There we go. Oh, thanks, Cliff Dog. I think you already did. Appreciate that. Respect to nursing bro, Chris, man. I could tell stories about. Listen, I dated a nurse, bro. They work hard. I dated a chick. She would get off at like 5 a.m, and there was a bar here that was open. Like 4 nurses, and they'd open at like 6 or something. And there'd be nurses and like certain professionals in there drinking at like 6 a.m. because that's their 5 o'clock, Yeah, it's interesting. They work really hard. Pops. Well, Pops is open. Yeah. But gig wise, I'm talking about the place off of Arsenal, and it's right on the corner. I forget the name of it, but there's that Schnucks right on Arsenal, and then like a block down there's that corner stop sign. Not filling station. Maybe there's several, but that's the only one I know about. But it's right on Arsenal, and I don't want to say Filer because I think that's wrong, but it's right over in that area. Anyways, it's off Kings Highway. Benton Park. Okay. So that's what I had today, man. I just, I want us to just think about those things because I think we're going to start seeing a trend. I'm going to call it Trophy Room. Thank you, sir. I've been there many times. Trophy Room. Long time ago, but like 15, 20 years ago. I think we're going to start seeing content creators do something similar as well, T and others, talking about, hey, I'm going back to this, or I'm trying this. I'm putting the gig apps to the side a little bit. I'm not getting rid of them all the way. I'm not deactivating myself. But I'm just going to give them less time because I think a lot of people are realizing there's not much you can do with it. There's only so much. It's a gap. It's a fill in between, right? For most of us. And it's not very fulfilling work. Now, I'm not telling you guys not to do it. Listen, I'm not changing the world with my food delivery, right? With the channel, we might help some people situationally, but I think there's something to broadening the scope of your opportunity and what you can do. I do believe that. Trophy Room is not a nudie bar. No. Stoffel says, Pedro, you should just use DoorDash to your advantage and cherry pick from now on. You don't want to go back to it. Nah, I mean, I'm good, man. I feel like if I did that, I would just stay in that comfort zone. I'm going to, and I want to get uncomfortable. I've talked about that word. We had live streams talking about being uncomfortable on this channel. And I'm not uncomfortable yet, but I know I'm going to be, and I'm excited about being uncomfortable. I'm okay with it. I'm going to welcome it. You said, appreciate that. What is your ideal hourly wage? With the gig economy? I mean, if I'm not making like $30 on average for a working hour, that's not good for me. But for me, I like to make $500 a day. With everything that I do, that's my money goal. That's my hustle. May fire up flex this week. That's what's up. Yeah, we've talked about this a few times here. Definitely do your research on that. There's a lot of benefits on that. Who's Trolling Inc. CEO, bro? Listen, somebody take care of that. Y'all be tripping. Okay, let's see. Pedro, if tomorrow you decide to not allocate any time related to gig work, gig content, what career or industry interests you outside of YouTube? What have you bet on yourself on in the last year? Good question. What else have I bet on myself besides YouTube? I bet on myself in my relationships, home ownership. I bet on myself with, yeah, I guess those things. What would I do? I've tinkered with the idea of getting into some kind of sales, whether it's real estate, whether it's selling, the solar panel shit. I know a guy that does solar panel stuff door to door. He does really well. He has a team. I've thought about other things, but acting. I've mentioned this before. Part of me, kicks myself that when I was, about 30 years old, I was in a play, and it was fun, and I'm the kind of guy that, like, if I didn't have a kid and, a home and things like responsibilities, listen, some of y'all might laugh at this. I would go and put all my chips in on being an actor or some kind of writer or something like that, an entertainer in that way. I believe if I put myself in a room and had to audition for something, the right kind of role, I could be very effective in conveying emotion, and yeah, I think I would be really good at that, and it's fun. So yeah, good question. I appreciate that question. Door-to-door sales is hell. Yeah, man, listen. Let me tell y'all a little story. I was in between jobs for like 2 months. And this is going to sound funny for some of y'all. Some of you older men and women will know what this is. And if you're younger, you're not. Kirby vacuums. Let me stop there. Kirby with a K. Door-to-door sale Kirby vacuum machines. I did that. I didn't like it. It didn't last long. I wasn't even 2 months. What am I talking about? Not Kirby. Oh, yeah. Chuck, bro. And I got in with this guy, and he was, they gave me like a signing bonus. I was down bad at this point in my life. This is a long time ago. And I was like, I need a check. You know what I mean? I was like, I can sell one or two of these fucking things. And it was a low point in my life. And I was like, nah, this ain't gonna be it. But I was always somebody willing to try something different. You know what I'm saying? An opportunity was just there. I was like, boom, boom. But I was at a low. I was at a low in my life. Probably not the lowest point, but like financially and just where I was at, it was a low point. But yeah, I did that. I sold one and I was done. Is that my boy Marcus? What's up, bro? Yeah. Pedro, you were hustling hard. I've done I haven't had a lot of jobs. I've worked at, Finish Line was my first W-2, but before that, when I was a kid, I was knocking on doors, raking leaves, shoveling snow, lawnmower, all that kind of stuff, right? And then I worked at Finish Line, Kids R Us, which turned into Toys R Us, same company, Applebee's, and the casino. And I did some consulting between the Applebee's and casino. That's it. And then the Kirby thing. I don't think I'm missing anything. So I have not had a lot of jobs. I'm 42. What? Like, who are these people spamming the chat? Y'all just, man. Make a video on tips for getting a W-2. I don't know what kind of video that would be. I think a lot of people have made that. Did you have to march around the room singing the Kirby song? No, I had no Kirby song, and I would not sing no damn Kirby song. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, man, that was a time. But I was never like somebody that was afraid to try something different to provide. I think at that point my daughter was like 2 years old, and she was living with me at the time for like a 6-month period. And it was me and her. And I had a girlfriend. That wasn't her mom. My daughter was 2, and it was down bad. It's right after I left Toys R Us. I remember that. You know, you're looking through the paper, you're looking for job opportunities, you're looking for whatever, right? Yeah, and you're like, what's this? Oh, you can make this? I think it was like $15 an hour, and if you sold one, you'd get like $90 or something like that. These vacuum machines were like $800-900. People would buy. This is how crazy America is. People, you could buy one cash, but people would buy them on credit. You'd have to call in a credit application on a customer if they would be eligible to put a vacuum machine on credit with an interest rate. Can you imagine that? It's crazy. Right now, we have people selling solar panels, security systems. You know, you got people knocking on doors selling things. They ain't selling vacuums, bro. What up, Ghost? How you doing? Yeah, white van. DoorDash. What up? What up? What up? Yeah, financial. Bro, Marcus, bro, we got to talk about this week. I didn't know you did that. I don't think that's something I've ever shared on YouTube. But it was such a small glimpse in my life and my time. But I was down bad. And when you're down and you're desperate, you'll do anything. And I've always told myself, like, if I lost everything tomorrow, right? If I had to go get some Windex and a squeegee from the Dollar General and clean people's windows or knock on doors, like I said, I got a ladder. If I lost everything, but I have my big ladder, I'm knocking on doors. I'll clean your gutters right now. Like, I'll do anything to make sure I'm providing, right? But that Kirby, I was down, bro. I was down. It was not a fun time in my life, bro. Oh, did Chuck hit 10K? Hold up. Did I miss something? Because he mentioned it earlier. Hold on. Chuck, did you hit it? Oh, 13 more. Oh, okay. We can do this tonight. If you guys are subscribed to me, the likelihood of you being subscribed to Chuck is probably pretty high. But if you're not, go check them out. Somebody drop a link. If you got a wrench, I think you can drop links. Can we get Chuck to 10K? Chuck is my guy. Where's my damn hat? It's upstairs, Chuck. Otherwise, I'd put it on, bro. But yeah, man, W-2 work, ain't nothing wrong with it. Just think about it. We have to, I think the good mix is that side hustle, gig economy, mixed with your W-2, your career, your side business, your whatever. It might be contracting work, 1099 work that's not W-2, but it's paying more of the bills, more substantial income. And then you're mixing in $1,000 a month with the gig economy, which is a realistic number. So you're adding $12K a year. We'll call it $10K a year. And you're mixing it in with your salary or your hustle on the up. That's the recipe. That's the recipe. That's basically what I've done. YouTube is a big part, and then you add in the other things, right? So, merging more incomes together is the way to go. 12. Woo, there we go. What up, Roy? I mentioned you earlier, man. We're talking about W-2. I mentioned you and Welty. I know we talked about a couple weeks ago. Are people ready to go back to a W-2? I don't know how long you've been listening, but, there's nothing wrong with it. There's benefits, the pros, the cons. 11. Whoa. Cash ride's been slowing down. Is that right? So just, we have to just be ready because the gig economy is evolving and changing. It's not going to get easier. 10 more for Chuck to get to 10K. The gig economy is not going to be easier. It's only going to get harder for some of us. And the opportunities might be lessened, right? So you are responsible as a contractor, a 1099, a subcontractor, an independent employee, whatever you fucking want to call yourself. You are responsible for what you are earning. A gig app isn't responsible for paying you a certain amount. Neither is your W-2, actually, unless there's some kind of law in place. You have to go out there and find the opportunities in your marketplace to how can I make money? Do I need to make 40K a year, 50K? Do I need to make just 20K because I got Social Security? Do I need to make $100,000 a year? 100K ain't what it used to be, y'all, especially if you're in a major metropolitan city. What is that number for you? 7. We need to get Chuck to 10K. This live is not going to end until we get Chuck to 10K. I told my girl, I was like, I'll probably do about an hour and a half today. So we got 30 minutes. And really, it ain't going to end until we get there anyway, but I'm just saying. If you got another account, go check them out. You can unsub tomorrow, but tonight we got to give him a 10K. Sorry, Chuck. 5. There we go. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. This is a community for anybody that thinks otherwise. 100K ain't nothing. Well, Ghost, it depends. No, that's not true. Making 100K in one city versus the next is completely different. Can you live off 100K in Miami, New York City, San Francisco? People do it. It's going to be more difficult than if you're living in Kentucky, Idaho, maybe even St. Louis, right? It all depends on your bills and what is Chuck's name. Dashing across America. But, you know, 100K, you're right, though. It's not what it used to be. But it's something. I would venture to say most of you guys aren't making $100,000 a year. And that's no slight. I mean, how many people are here? 219? How many? I mean, you don't have to say, but I'm a gambling man. And I'd gamble my week earnings I just had that most of you aren't making 100K in a year. I think that's a very fair thing to say. 3 more. Whoa, what? I need 21. Oh, hold up. Let me go to YouTube real quick. We're gonna do this together. Hold on. Let me go to YouTube. We're gonna pull Chuck's channel up, and we're gonna live simulcast this. Hold up. Sorry, Chuck. He's at 9.99. Hold up. Let me go back in my Streamyard lane. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Hold up. 2, 1. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Hold up. Present, share screen. Boom. Share. Can you guys see that? There it is. Hold up. Let me go back in here. We need that bitch to say 10K. Hold up. Let me go back here. Bing. There he is. Hold up. Let me go back into there. It still says 9.99. Honestly, I'm subscribed. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm subscribed right there. 9.99. YouTube search. Dash across America. Links, chat, don't highlight. Yeah. I will be the 10K. 10K. He said, oh, I don't see it on my end. Hold on. How do I refresh this? I don't even know if I can do that. Hold on. Well, he says he hit it, so, but I want to see it on the thing. Ah, there it is. 10K. Y'all see that? Hold up. Let me put them on the big screen. Hold up. Boom. It's probably small. It says 10K on my end, baby. Love it. I love it. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Lachelle, what's up, Lachelle? We having a party. 10,004. Woo! What's up? What's good? I love it. All right, that's enough love for Chuck. Let's get him off screen. We're giving him too much love. We're hyping him up too much right now. We're hyping up Chuck too much. Congrats, man. I remember 10K. I remember that. We were still living in the old apartment when I hit 10K. I remember we did a giveaway. I remember the thumbnail I made for the 10K. It was probably a couple of months after Ruby was born. So we've added almost 70,000 subscribers in 3 years. In under 3 years on this channel. But that's what's up, man. Congratulations. Yeah, I don't know why all the spammers are here, but it's fine. We're not letting them rain on our parade. It's been a good live. Oh, listen, yeah, Lachelle, I support as many people as I can if they're real, you know, and Chuck's real, so he's cool. Okay, Cody says 91K a year if you can make 350 a day with 2 days off a week. Yeah, but how many gig workers are making $350 a day? Not many. Not if you're doing these apps. I mean, you're right. The numbers don't lie. It's just a numbers game. But that's still not 100K. But you can probably find another side hustle to make 9K. It's not hard to make $100,000, guys, a year. But it's not for everybody. You have to move accordingly. There's certain things you have to have in place. You got to really hustle. I mean, you know, you could do it. It's possible, but you know, I think most DoorDash drivers aren't making 100K a year. Let's keep it above. Yeah, 91K. Yeah, I mean, listen, I know some people in New York. It's tough, man. Everything out there, you're not buying a home in New York if you're a gig worker. You're gonna rent a place, and it's expensive, man. It's expensive. Nice, Ozzy. Love that. $200, $300 a day. You're working 12-hour day. You're working 10 to 12 hours a day, right? We got them at 10K. I don't think we don't need any more links, but you know, we got them there. He called it earlier. He goes, I think I'm going to hit 10K today. I was like, oh, man, that's what's up. All right, what? Bro, these people, the spammers are out tonight. I have it on subscriber mode too, but let's just do that. Bing. I rent a place in New York with multiple roommates. Oh, well, you need like 6 more. You don't need 6 people in that beast, man. The ultimate goal is 83K a month. Woo, big balling. You making 83K a month. You living good. You living good. Somebody do the math on that. 83K a month. I mean, you making $1 million. I mean, yeah. Yeah, they be spamming. I'm working 10 to 12 hours. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I figured that's what the math told me. I'm working 12 hours, but Friday was only 7 nights. You're working 7 days a week, right? All right. These somebody's having fun tonight, huh? Gotta do them. Listen, Cody, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. So I told my girl I was gonna do 105 minutes. I think it's a good time to end the stream. We got Chuck to 10K. That's what's up. He deserves it. He is my deactivation brother. We got deactivated the same week, maybe even the same day. Oh, man. Man, people love to hate me. So we talked about the W-2 thing. I love to give you guys this. If you're watching the replay, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I didn't want to have the StreamYard link open tonight. I thought about it, but I just wanted to chat with y'all. I wanted to just give you my perspective on it. And I wanted to just share what I'm seeing other people talk about, their experience, what I think is going to be a growing trend on the YouTube space. Up the subscriber. Yeah, I don't, hold on. What do you think, guys? Oh, the time limit. Yeah. I think I got it out 5 minutes, but deactivation, brother. I'm gonna leave that comment out right there. But yeah, we had a good time tonight, and I didn't know if I was gonna go live. I wasn't up for it earlier, but I think it's important in life to do things you don't want to do sometimes, because once you get in the moment, then it's okay. I'm always about you got to get up out of bed. You got to do it. I know a lot of you guys like these Sundays, so even when I'm not really maybe feeling like I have anything to say of value, or I'm like, maybe I want the night off. I'm like, nah, let's get the people what they deserve. Let's go live. Let's talk about what I'm seeing. Let's chop it up. Let's get Chuck to 10K. And so overall, we had a very valuable live, in my opinion. If you got some value from it, hit the thumbs up on the way out if you haven't. If you're watching the replay and you all watched all the way to the end, you a true G. Leave a comment down below. And go watch some Chuck videos tonight, y'all. Go watch a couple of Chuck videos. Now that you're a subscriber, go watch them. Show them some love. Put a little hashtag in the comment section, hashtag #BetonYou. So if you watch one of the videos, hashtag #BetonYou, so he knows I sent you over there. And that's what I got. A couple updates if you guys haven't. If you weren't watching the live earlier, I went live earlier, and I had a video that posted. You can watch my video that posted at 8 o'clock about Walmart Spark as well. I don't usually drop videos on Sundays, but I went out today for a couple hours, and I had some things to say. But this week, I got a great week coming up, y'all. Let me share a couple things. So Wednesday is my girl's birthday. I got some plans for her and some surprises for her on Wednesday. Some dinner reservations, some people do. It's going to be, I can't wait. She's excited. I'm very excited for her. We're going to be kid free that night. So hopefully we make it to Thursday. And then Saturday is my daughter's 3rd birthday. Ruby turns 3. We're throwing her a party with some family and friends coming by. Looking forward to that on Saturday. And then we leave for Northern Michigan, Bel Air, Michigan, more specifically. This little hair right here is driving me crazy. On the 17th, the following Wednesday, right? So we got a birthday Wednesday, birthday Saturday, going to Michigan for 4 or 5 days on next Wednesday. So I'll be gone. The content will be different. I ain't going to be doing no gig work for 5-6 days in a row. But I'll definitely have things to report on and all that kind of stuff. So I got things to look forward to this summer, and I'm super excited about that. Yes, my girls their birthdays are separated by 7 days. Madison's is on the 10th. Ruby's is on the 17th. So I got to take care of my girls this week. So I'll be out working tomorrow. I got one deliver that on the schedule. It's $680, I think, worth of food. It's a big order from a place I've been a couple times, but I'm going to take it. I thought about not, but I was like, let me just do it. So I'm going to do that, and I'll have the apps on for a little bit more. Tomorrow's I'm only going to work maybe 4 or 5 hours, and then that's it. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll let them know. Chuck. Yeah. All right, y'all. I saw that. Oh, did you? Yeah. It's from Bonefish. The mileage is not great, but I actually have some things to do that I can be doing over in that area at 1 o'clock. So it kind of works out. Otherwise I wouldn't have taken it probably, but yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. And that Bonefish, bro, they be not on time sometimes. I think I picked up 4 or 5 times, and it's always like right at the pickup time or like 5 minutes after. It is what it is. I ain't worried about it dashing along, but y'all be tripping. Let me get rid of these people. So that's the show for tonight, y'all. Appreciate everybody that came in. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate the questions, the comments, and you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. If you're with somebody right now that you love, a friend, family member, your husband, your wife, your kids, your cousin, your mom, your aunt, your uncle, your whatever. If you're at your W-2 and you're listening to this in your ear, some of y'all do that, and there's a worker that you really like, tell them, hey, I like you, man. I appreciate you working here with me. And give them a hug if their relationship's like that. Hug your kid right now. Hug your husband. Hug your wife. Tell them you love them and give them a hug. We don't do that enough as a society, in my opinion. That could change somebody's entire day. I'll see you guys next Sunday. I'll see you guys in the next video. And all my Michigan people, I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. Have a great night.